Good morning everybody. Today I will be discussing about decision control structure in C. How decisions are made. Is if suppose x less than y, then do this, else do that. How to do that? If expression, it should evaluate to true or false. Okay. Suppose x less than 5. If it is true, then execute proof of statement. Okay. This expression should always evaluate to a boolean 0 or 1. 0 means false, non-zero means true. Okay, how expression is evaluated? So x equal to y. Suppose x equal to 5. X is equal to 5. I have to write that thing. I will write x equal to 5. Okay, x less than 5. X not equal to 5. This is not operator. Not equal to. Okay, if x equal, it is equal to, if x equal to 5, do this. If x not equal to 5, do this. X less than 5, x greater than 5, less than equal to is greater than equal to. Okay, this is only x greater than. Suppose x less than 5. Okay, x less than equal to 5. Here if x is equal to 5, things will not execute. If x less than equal to 5, things will execute. These are the relational operators. Okay, and this is the not operator. Okay, anything, if I write, if suppose this example, if x less than equal to 5, print this. Okay, if not 0, 0 is always false, not 0 means true. If 0 is false, if I write a not, these are not operator. Okay, means opposite of what it is. 0 is there, false, opposite of that is true. So this will always execute and this will never execute. Let's execute this program. Suppose I have executed this program, I executed. Value is asked for the value. This is scanf input function by which I am just taking the input equal to 5. The moment I give 5 less than equal to 5, yes, true, executed. Always execute. This portion will always execute. That's why this executed. This will never execute. That's why this portion never executed. Okay, if I give here suppose 8. This portion never didn't execute. This portion will always execute. This also never didn't execute. Okay, now if else, if there is what, if x equal to 5, do this. If x not equal to 5, then what, it is not there. So to do that thing, else statement is there. If x less than 5, do this. Not less than 5, do this. Suppose if I run this example, suppose entered value, I have entered 5 less than 5. This one executed. Right now I will do 6 more than 5. This else part executed. Either if will execute or else will execute. Both will never execute. If the control go inside if, it will not going to execute this else. If the control doesn't go into if, it will execute this else. Okay, this is nested if else. Within if, another if. then within this if you can have another if. So within the first if, here I have another if, and with this if I have an else, that is also there. I can have another if inside this, instead of execute program a group of statement, here I can also have another if. Okay, but in reality things don't go that much. If inside if is enough. Okay, now how do the control decide which else is related with if? Okay, after if I have a bracket here, see, bracket ends here, so this part is taken as a if block of the first if. After that the else, again I have to give a bracket, it will be taken as a else block of the first if. Okay, inside that execute group of statement will always be executed. Again here also I need to keep a bracket, so that control can understand which group of statement comes under which if and which else. Okay, and how the if else, which else is a part of which if. Okay, here I have only one if, but still I have to give a bracket. If I don't give, and if there is if inside if there is only one statement, then bracket is optional. If more than one, bracket has to be there. Okay, let's see one example. No, not this one. This one, x less than 50, within that you have one printf statement, this will always be executed. Within that, if x less than 20, this one, if x is less than 20, this one will be executed. If x is not less than 20 but more than 50 but less than 50, then this one will execute. Let's execute, first execute this program. Oh, sorry. Enter value. If enter value is suppose 10, so 10 less than 50, so this printf is executed. Okay, after that 10 less than 20, then within first x less than 50, yes 10 is less than 50, so this line executed. After that x less than 20, yes 10 less than 20, so this line executed. Okay, so after that, because the control has already entered this if, it will not going to enter this else. Control has entered this if, so it will not going to enter this else. End. Main is the starting function of any starting point of any C program. Okay, so the moment it encounters the bracket for last bracket of main, it will end. Now suppose value of x is 40. 40 less than 50, yes. 40 value is less than 50. 40 less than 20, no. This else will be executed. 40 more than 20. Okay. Now again, suppose 60 more than 50, yes. 60 less than 80, yes. So this one will be executed. It will not go into first if, it will go in the else part. Within else part, the first if will be executed. Okay. Now if enter value is suppose greater than 80, 90. Enter value 90 more than 50, yes. It is not less than 90, not less than 50, so this part will execute. 90 more than 50, yes. So in the 90 less than 50, no, so control comes here. 90 less than 80, no, the control comes here. So 90 more than 50, 90 more than 80 is executed. Okay. Now if else, instead of this if we will be writing, we can also write if else, else if. Okay, let's consider another example. This part x, same thing 50 20. Here x less than 50, yes. X is also less than 20. Okay, the moment control will go inside and particular if, it will not go in any other else if statement. Okay, suppose the control x less than 50, it will come here. Suppose the enter value if I do is 10, yes, less than 50. The moment it comes here, it will not going to go in any other else if or else. It will directly come out of the whole, all the condition associated with this or a part of this whole if. Okay, after that things will end. So let's execute this program. Suppose enter value 10 less than 50, 10 less than 50, yes, this one is executed. This one should also execute, else if 10 less than 20 should also execute, but it will never be executed because control has already executed or already satisfied this condition. The moment one condition is satisfied, other condition will not be checked at all. Okay, so this portion will never be executed. In this example, if I give 10, both will be tested. Both these conditions will be tested because these are different ifs. Okay, this part is one if, then within this is another if, but this is a this else if is a part of this if. So the moment this condition is satisfied, no other condition will be checked, control will going to come out. So you have only a 10 less than 50. Okay, now here with this if there is no brackets. Okay, because one statement is there, one statement no need to give bracket, but if more than one is there, you have to give bracket, otherwise other statement will not be considered a part of that if block and compiler error will be given. Okay, so x suppose value of x is more than 50, suppose 60 less than 80, 60 less than 50, no, 60 less than 20, no, 60 less than 80, yes. So this value is executed, this line is executed, 60 less than 80. If none is executed, no condition is satisfied, then 90 more than 80, yes, nothing is satisfied. This one will also 90 less than 50, no. 90 less than, no. 90 less than 8, no. So else part will execute. 90 more than 80. Okay, so in testing one or more condition, we are all here testing only one condition, x less than 50. Now if there is more than one condition, if suppose this x less than 5 and x greater than 3, two conditions are there, then what? This whole expression should then to test more than one condition, and or is used, and or is used. Okay, suppose x greater than 10, x greater than 0 and x less than 10, both has to be tested. We will do and. It means if the value of x is suppose 5, so x greater than 0 and x less than 10. Okay, both these conditions should satisfy. If two conditions are joined by and, if and is there between two conditions, then both condition has to satisfy to go inside that if block. This whole expression should evaluate to a true value. True means non-zero. Okay, if both these conditions are satisfied, then only this whole condition is satisfied, because and is there. If it had been or, like here, x equal to 0 or x equal to 10, if either of these condition is satisfied, then the whole condition is taken as satisfied. Suppose the value of x equal to 0, obviously x will not be 10. If it is 0, it cannot be 10. So the moment x equal to 0 or is there, the whole condition will be taken as true value, and group of statement within that if will be executed. Even if it is 10, then also the one condition is satisfied. If one condition is satisfied, if two conditions are joined by a OR operator, if one condition is satisfied, then all are taken as satisfied. But if two conditions are joined by AND operator, then both the condition has to be satisfied. The whole, it can be 3, 4, 5, 6, any number of conditions can be there with joined with AND or joined with OR. Okay, so the whole expression should evaluate to a true, or a whole expression should evaluate to a false. The whole expression if evaluate to a true, suppose 3, 4 or 3, 4 conditions are there, all those conditions has to satisfied if they are joined by AND for this group of statement to execute. Okay, so the expression within the if condition should evaluate to a true for this to execute, and for that thing, if the joined multiple conditions are joined by AND, then all have to be satisfied. If joined by OR, then only one has to be satisfied. You can even have mixture of these two, x greater than 0 and x less than equal to 10, and or x equal to 0 or x equal to 10, like that. Then the whole condition has to satisfy with the AND or for the expression to execute, expression to come to true value. This is example, x less than 5 and x greater than 3, then only this will be executed. If x less than equal to 5 or x greater than 50, then this will execute, or else this. Let's execute this program first. Suppose the entered value is 4. Statement within the if block is executed, greater than 3. Entered value is 5. enter value is suppose 2, then x is less than 5. This is also the x is less than 5 and x is greater than 3. Here x less than 5. So these conditions of both are satisfied, but this condition x greater than 2 less than equal to 5, yes. 2 greater than and 3, no. So this will not satisfy, and is there, so both has to satisfy. Since one dissatisfied, so the whole expression will, whole condition will taken as not satisfied. Then 2 less than equal to 5, yes, or is there. So if one is satisfied, then the whole expression is taken as true, condition is evaluated to true, so this will execute. Less than 5 or greater than 50, or greater than 50. Suppose the value of x is 40, then obviously x 40 less than 5, no. Less than equal to 5, no. 40 less than equal to 5, no. 40 greater than 50, no. Both of these are not satisfied, because 40 is also not 40 less than 5, no. 40 greater than 50, no. So both are dissatisfied, so this condition also dissatisfied. If both are dissatisfied, then the last condition, where no condition is there, last else statement is less than more than 50, or what 40 more than 5 or less than 50. So the last line is printed. Okay, it's conditional operator. Suppose if it is a simple if else, suppose like this, it's a simple if x less than 5, do this or do this, like that. If it is simple, then expression 1, the condition, do this or do this, like that. If expression evaluates to true, if this expression a evaluates to true, then expression b will be executed. If it evaluates to, if expression a evaluates to false, then expression c will be evaluated. Okay, like that things goes. So let's try by an example. This here value of x less than equal to 5, yes, x plus 5. If x greater than equal to greater than 5, then x minus 5. Execute it. Let value 5, value is 5, x less than equal to 5, yes, x is less than equal to 5, x plus 5 is put into y, so value of y is 10. Okay, suppose value of, now we will put 6, enter value 6, x 6 less than equal to 5, no. So 6 minus 5 is 1, 1 is put into y, we get 1. Okay, why this kind of small condition is also there, conditional. I think this type of condition is much more faster to execute. Okay, rather than keeping a if else for such small thing, if I give a conditional operator and do this, then execution will be faster. Same thing, this switch statement, switch, within that the expression evaluates to an integer. It can be an integer or an expression which evaluates to an integer, not a double value or a pointer or any other thing. Only an integer or only an integer character is also there, can be done. Now within that, how to write in case constant, this suppose if x equal to 5, do this. If x equal to 6, do this. If x equal to 7, no, not if, but if else. If x equal to 5, do this. Else if x equal to 6, do this. If x equal to 7, do this. Instead of all this, if you are 10 if else, if like that, if you have 10, instead of that you can use a switch. The execution will be faster. How this is done? Suppose x equal to 5, do this. Instead of that, case 5 colon, after that group of statement, after that break. Okay, case 6 colon, group of statement, after that break. Why break is necessary? Because the moment one case will one case will evaluate to true. Suppose case 5, this is satisfied, value of integer here x, value of x we supplied here, and it evaluates to 5, then whole 5 statement in case 5 will be executed. After that, case 6 will also execute, 7 will also execute, if no break statement is there. Till it control find a break statement, it will go on executing anything inside that if, till a break statement is encountered. So a break has to be given after each and every case. Okay, let's see an example. This switch x case 1, print case 1. A simple example I am taking. Case 2, but no break I had given. Okay, to show you an example, the effect of not having a break, I have not given it. Case 3, a break I had given. After default, no break is required, because anyway it's a last statement in default. Here means if none of the case, suppose the value of x, like in this example, if the value of x is not 1, 2 or 3, it can be any other thing, then default. Okay, if it is any other thing apart from what is given specifically in the cases, it is taken as default. Okay, default is executed, and default is the last statement, so you don't need a break here. Okay, let's execute it. Suppose the value I have entered is 1. See, case 1, nothing is printed, because after printing case 1, break statement is encountered, control came out. Okay, like 2, after entering value 2, case 2, case 3, it printed case 2, after that no break is there, it directly printed case 3, it encountered break, it came out. So break has to be there. If nothing is evaluated, nothing matches, suppose 5, default will always going to get executed. Okay, that's all for decision making in C. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, please subscribe it. Thank you.